So in college, I was one of those people who was like, oh, I'm never going to teach. Never going to be a teacher, don't want to teach people. It's not my thing. Mostly because I was like, if I have to teach, I'll have to teach kids. And I was like, I don't know if I even really know how to work with children. So then when I was in graduate school, I got the opportunity to be a part of a program at UNCSA called Artist Corps, which is a service organization focused primarily on bringing arts, education, integration, and instruction into various schools, various after-school programs, and just bringing the arts to the kids, essentially. During that time, I worked with kids from preschool all the way through high school, and I really enjoyed teaching them about music, sharing my experiences about music with them. One of the big things that I learned that helped me be a better teacher is to let go of my need to be mature or seem like I've got everything together, because little kids don't really care. They don't really care if you're super mature or whatever. They want you to be silly. They want you to make things fun. Teaching kids has helped me rediscover how to have fun and not take myself too seriously. But besides rediscovering my sense of fun and joy and trying to not take myself too seriously, I've had the opportunity to teach a variety of different learning styles and different learning needs. So I've taught kids and adults who have several years of experience under their belt and just have some gaps here and there that I need to fill in and help them brush up on things. I've taught kids and adults with no experience who need some foundation to be put into play. I have taught people with disabilities, and I have learned how to be more adaptive and inclusive, and how to best teach people whose needs differ from the majority of my students. And those opportunities have always given me pause at first. Anytime I encounter a new need, a new learning style, I'm always taken aback for just a minute and have to kind of figure out. And really, anytime I get a new student, I have to figure out how that student learns and what they need from me on a weekly basis. Some students, I can give them bullet points at the end of a lesson, and they're good to go for the whole week. Some students need me to check in with them in between the one lesson and the next. So it just kind of depends. And so I've learned how to meet each student's needs as best I can, which leads me into teaching online, which has been a whole new kind of thing. I had never taught online. I'm a very hands-on person. I prefer working face-to-face with people. And so when we switched to online for the duration of our state's lockdowns, I was a little bit nervous. I had no idea what I was doing, and I had to learn how to teach things in a very different way than I'd ever taught before. If you've ever done anything online, any kind of video chat or anything like that, there's a little bit of a delay, just a couple seconds, but it's enough seconds for it to be problematic for, say, my voice students when they need me to play accompaniment or they need me to help them warm up, and I can't do that in real time. Everything's always, off by a beat or two. And so I have been making a lot of kind of practice aid videos. So warm-ups, how to play a particular song, how a particular strum pattern goes. And so every week since we moved to online teaching, I've been making these videos. And at first it was super difficult. I just really, really struggled with it. Struggling with how to know, do I need to put all of them in a Google Drive? Should I just put them up on YouTube? How should I do this? But now I've kind of settled into the flow of things, and I'm finding that for some of my students, having those extra videos to refer back to between lessons has been really helpful. And I think that even when I move back into teaching face-to-face, hopefully sooner rather than later, I'm going to continue trying to make those sort of resources for the students who need them and who use them. Some students don't really get anything out of those, and that's fine. I think it's good that they have it as an option either way. But for the ones who do learn well with those kind of videos, that was something I had never thought of before, and it was actually recommended to me by one of my adult learners, which is pretty cool. She had to miss a lesson, and she said, I would still like to pay you for your time. Maybe during this time, could you make a couple videos for us about how to play this particular song or how to do that? And that was the first time anybody had recommended filming a video. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Another thing that I've been able to do is, at least for my voice students, for warming up and things like that, I'm able to play an exercise and demonstrate what I would like for them to do, and then give them their first pitch. I can't play all of their pitches, so like, let's say we're doing an arpeggio. I can only play the first note of that arpeggio. I can't play all of them because of the delay. But I can play the first note, which allows them to get into the exercise. But it's really cool to be able to be a part of helping fuel a passion in them. And so if you love music, or whatever art you're in, whatever craft you're in, whatever thing you're passionate about, don't swear off teaching it to other people yet, because you might just find that you love getting to share it with people in that way, getting to pass on what you know to other people as much as you do getting out and doing the art itself. Thanks for listening, and if you're a teacher or you have experiences where you had sworn something off and then got the chance to do it and realized you actually kind of liked it, share your stories in the comments below. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you back here next week with another tour video.